Now here's something to think about the next time you see a fire truck in action. Its age.
Just about every fire department at Hampton Roads uses a vehicle that by some national standards is outdated. How does that affect firefighter safety and ultimately yours? 10 on your side's I-Team decided to investigate whether the age factor is cause for alarm. Doug Aronson has our report.
On the go to another emergency. We always think the cause for alarm is somewhere else, not on the vehicle taking the firefighters there. But according to a national firefighters group, that is the case. The Norfolk Fire Protection Association sets standards for the life expectancy of fire trucks. It varies depending upon how often the trucks are used. But according to these standards, nearly half of Norfolk's first-line fleet is too old. In general, the standards say first-line engines, the ones that handle most of the calls, should last 10 to 15 years. Ladders, 15 to 20 years. The guidelines say older apparatus may be maintained, but in almost no case should the fire department rely on any apparatus more than 25 years old. There are many units older than 25 responding to emergencies all over Hampton Roads. Franklin uses an engine from 1958. Portsmouth has a ladder from 1964. Chesapeake brought out its 32-year-old ladder after one of its newer models crashed last year. Norfolk's Ladder 8, affectionately known as the Dinosaur Express, is 30 years old. It is maintained regularly. Its driver makes an extra $50 a month doing that. But
it's the manufacture of a piece some 30 years ago certainly wasn't manufactured to keep up the rigorous amount of runs that we run today.
2 years ago, Norfolk's fire and ambulance departments merged, meaning that fire trucks respond more often to emergencies. Officials predict they'll make 55,000 runs this year. Ladder 8, with its out-of-date stabilizers, air brakes, and open cab, will be on call.
Nobody likes to have the oldest tractor on the block, but it still works. They're all functioning. They all go out of the station when the bell rings.
But Wacom has a task force that's studying the need for the city to buy new trucks. They're looking at 5, and they don't come cheaply. The going rate for new engines that pump water is $200,000 each, $500,000 for each new ladder. So far, the city has been making do with what it's got. 2 of the oldest engines in the fleet, both 24 years old, helped fight that enormous fire at the Pretty Lakes Apartments in Ocean View this year. But what happens when your department can't afford more than what it's got? Tomorrow, the answer's from one of the poorest counties in Virginia. Doug Aronson, WAVY News 10.
Fire departments spend a lot of money just maintaining their fleet. Tomorrow night, Doug will show you how small-town firefighters battle small-town budgets.